Salutations, second graders. Welcome to Math Lesson 26 on our mobile learning platform. Boys and girls, today is our Chapter 10 review. I'm going to go over the first part with you, numbers 1 through 5, and then I want you to stop the video. And I challenge you to finish the paper on your own. Then come back and check it with me. Okay, so get your papers out in front of you and let's get started. Here we are, friends. Okay. So numbers 1 through 5 we'll do together. And let's go ahead and make sure that we use our thoughts, okay? What is a fraction? Well, friends, is a fraction a whole number and a fraction? Well, let's think about that. What does a whole number and a fraction look like? It looks like this, 1 and 1/4. So that's not a fraction. Look, fractions in the definition. That won't work. Okay, how about the bottom number in a fraction that shows the total number of parts in one whole? Well, we said the bottom number is the down number, and it starts with D, and it is the same as the denominator. Well, since we know for sure what that one is, let's put it on number 3, right? Letter C, a number that names part of a whole or part of a set. What do you think that one is? A number that names part of a whole or part of a set. Would that be a fraction, equivalent fractions, or mixed numbers, guys? Or a numerator, sorry, I didn't even read numerator. It would be a fraction, right? A fraction is a number that names part of a whole or part of a set, okay? Then we have the top number in a fraction that shows the number of equal parts being separated. So we want the top number, and what is that, second grade? That's right, it's the numerator. Good job. Fractions that are the same amount are called what? Equivalent fractions. They are equal, right on? And that means, friends, that a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction, just like we wrote to the side 1 and 1/4. All set? Everybody got it? If you don't, let me know. We'll talk about it. All right, I want you to come back after you finish the review, and I want you to check your work with me. Stop the video, and good luck. All right, second graders, if you're back, it's because you're ready to go over your work. Let's see what we can do. You need to draw a line to match the fraction with the model. How many do I have in number 6? Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have a total of 10, and how many of those are shaded? 3 out of 10 are shaded, so I'm going to match it here. Yes? So far, so good? Do the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 total. That's my denominator. And how many are shaded? 2 out of 8. 2 8s, right? 2 out of 8, 2 8s. All right, friends. Now I have a mixed number. The one that's all shaded in is 1. And then how many are in the next one? 1/3, right? So it's going to be the same as 1 and 1/3. Then we have 4 out of 4, and we talked about how we know that equals 1. But 4 out of 4 is what we need to know for this test, okay? All right, now you're going to tell me, is it greater than, less than, or equal to? Is 1/3 greater than, less than, or equal to 3/6? Well, if I look at the pictures that they gave me to notice, we know that 1/3 is less than 3/6. Okay, good job, second graders. How are we doing so far? Good job. All right, and 4/10 is less than 3/5. How about 3/4? Is that greater than, less than, or equal to 2/6? You're right, it's greater than. Excellent work, second graders. Now you're going to write the fraction or mixed number. Are you ready? The first one is 1 out of 2. We have 2 pieces and only 1 is colored in. How many pieces are in the next one? 6. And how many are colored in? Yes. Then here we have 4 out of 4. Good job. And we could call 4 out of 4 the same as 1, right? It could be either one. All right. And how many do you have in the next one? It's a mixed number. We have a whole 1, and then how many in the next one? We have 10 total, right? So 1 and something tenths, and how many of those 10 are colored in? 7 is correct. Second graders, you're doing great. I hope that you're feeling good. Let's keep going. We have 1/4 is equal to how many whats? Well, count them up. We have 8 pieces, and 2 out of those 8 are colored in. Good. 2/4 is equivalent to how many whats? There are 8 pieces, and 4 are colored in. Second graders, keep going. 2/3, and that's equivalent to 4/6, right? 1 out of 2, or how many out of how many? There are 12 pieces, and how many of those 12 are colored in? Good work, second graders. Here we go with our backward C. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. How many of you got that? Good work. 18 divided by 9 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 24 divided by 8 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Times 1. 5 times 1 is 5. All right. 28 divided by 7 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. How are we doing, second graders? Pretty good? We're almost done. All right, we are adding or subtracting. Remember, when we add or subtract fractions, we're looking mainly at the numerators only if we're dealing with like terms. Well, if the denominators are the same, and they're all the same, then we're dealing with like terms, so we can go ahead and just work across. So my denominator is going to stay 8, and 3 plus 2 is 5. My denominator is going to stay 6, and 1 plus 4 is 5. Now I have 9/10 minus 5/10. What is my denominator? It's 10. And 9 minus 5 is 4. Good work, second graders. Remember, this is just like saying if I had 3 pieces out of an 8-piece brownie tray, 3 out of 8, right? I'm looking at this one. If I had 3 out of 8 pieces and ate those, and Madeline ate 2 out of 8, then together we ate 5 out of the 8 brownies, right? That's what we're saying there. Now we're going to subtract. So if I have 7/9 minus 1/9, what's my denominator? Good. And 7 minus 9 is 6. 7/12 minus 4/12. Denominator is 12. 7 minus 4 is 3. And then we have 8/8 minus 1/8 is what? Denominator is 8. And 8 minus 1 is 7. Awesome possum, second graders, looking at our number lines. Are you ready? We're going to draw a skip to the correct place on each number line. You were supposed to show me 1 and 3/8. Well, here's 1. And remember, we said we always count the spaces. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I only want to look at 3 of those. So I'm going to go to this line, right? That would be my skip jump. So how many of you got that? 1 and 3/8. And you can do it just like that and make a little arrow showing where you're going. Okay? Awesome possum. Now, we want to see 2 and 2/3. Well, here's the 2, and I need 2 out of 3. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, and I want to look at the 2. So I'm going to go like this, from the 0 all the way over, and I'm going to make sure that I show the arrow. Boys and girls, I hope that that helps. Make sure you're working on IXL, Section W for fractions. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon for some more mobile learning. Bye, second graders.